Eva Ibbotson, born Maria Charlotte Michelle Wiesner, was an Austrian-born British novelist, known for her children's books. Some of her novels for adults have been successfully reissued for the young adult markets in recent years. For the historical novel Journey to the River Sea, she won the Smarties Prize in Category 9 11 years, garnered unusual commendation as runner-up for the Guardian Prize, and made the Carnegie, Whitbread, and Blue Peter shortlists. She was a finalist for the 2010 Guardian Prize at the time of her death. Her last book, The Abominables, was one of 4 finalists for the same award in 2012. Personal life: Eva Ibbotson was born Eva Maria Charlotte Michelle Wiesner in Vienna, Austria in 1925 to non-practicing Jewish parents. Her father, Barthold Wiesner, was a physician who pioneered human infertility treatment. He became a controversial figure, as he is now believed to have used his own sperm to sire perhaps 600 of the children his clinic helped to be born. Her mother, Anigmana, was a successful novelist and playwright. She had worked with Bertolt Brecht and written film scripts for G. W. Pabst. Ibbotson's parents separated in 1928. What followed for Eva was a very cosmopolitan, sophisticated and quite interesting, but also very unhappy childhood, always on some train and wishing to have a home, as she later recalled. Her father took up a university lectureship in Edinburgh. Her mother left Berlin for Paris in 1933 after her work was banned by Hitler, putting a sudden end to her successful writing career. In 1934 she settled in Belsize Park in North London, and sent for her daughter. Other family members also escaped from Vienna and joined Anna and Maria in London, avoiding the worst of the Nazi regime, which had already affected the family. The experience of fleeing Vienna was a strong thread throughout Ibbotson's life and work. Eva Wiesner attended Dartington Hall School, which she later fictionalized as Delderton Hall in her novel The Dragonfly Pool. Originally she intended to become a physiologist like her father, and earned an undergraduate degree from Bedford College, London, in 1945. She found the thought of spending her life conducting experiments in animals appalled her. While studying at Cambridge University, she met her future husband, Alan Ibbotson, a university professor and entomologist. Marriage and family: Eva married Alan Ibbotson in 1947. She turned her back on science with some relief. They moved to Newcastle upon Tyne where they raised their family of 3 sons and a daughter. Eva Ibbotson returned to college, graduating with a diploma in education in 1965 from the University of Durham. She briefly became a teacher in the 1960s before embarking on her writing career. Ibbotson was widowed. She died at her home in Newcastle on October 20, 2010, having just completed editing the proofs of her last children's book, One Dog and His Boy, and starting work on another ghost story to add to her long and successful series of children's ghost stories. Career: Eva Ibbotson began writing with the television drama Linda Came Today, which the British television Playhouse series broadcast in December 1962. Her first English-language book was The Great Ghost Rescue, a juvenile fantasy novel published in 1975 by Macmillan in the UK and Walk in the US, with illustrations by Simon Stern and Julia Maestro respectively. Children's books: Ibbotson wrote more than a dozen books for children, including Which, The Secret of Platform 13, Dial a Ghost, Monster Mission, Journey to the River Sea, The Star of Kazan, The Beasts of Closetone Castle, and The Dragonfly Pool. She won the Nestle Copyright Smarties Book Prize for Journey to the River Sea, and has been a runner-up for major awards in British children's literature several times. Wildcat Libraries report holding Which, and Journey to the River Sea in more than 5 and 10 languages, respectively. The books are imaginative and humorous, and most of them feature magical creatures and places. Ibbotson has said that she disliked thinking about the supernatural, and created the characters because she wanted to decrease her readers' fear of such things. Some of the books, particularly Journey to the River Sea, also reflect Ibbotson's love of nature. She wrote Journey in honor of her husband, a former naturalist who had just died. The book had been in her head for years. Ibbotson had said she disliked financial greed and a lust for power, and often created antagonists in her books who have these characteristics. Her love of Austria is evident in works such as The Star of Kazan, A Song for Summer and Magic Flutes The Reluctant Heiress. These books, set primarily in the Austrian countryside, display the author's love of nature. Adult books. Ibbotson was also noted for several works of fiction for adults. Several have been reissued successfully for the young adult market, some under different titles. Ibbotson was surprised by the repackaging, as she believed they were books for adults, but they have been very popular with teenage audiences. Three are The Secret Countess, A Company of Swans, and Magic Flutes. Ibbotson's writing for adults and teens took a new direction in 1992, when she began to move away from romantic novels. Two of her acclaimed books are set in Europe at the time of World War II and reflect her experience of the time. The first of this setting, The Morning Gift, became a bestseller. Her last novel for adults was A Song for Summer, also set during World War II. The Secret of Platform 13 and Harry Potter. Critics have observed similarities between Ibbotson's Platform 13 and The Secret of Platform 13 and J.K. Rowling's Platform 9 and 3/4 in the Harry Potter books, both located at King's Cross Station in London. The journalist Amanda Craig has written about the similarities. Ibbotson would seem to have at least as good a case for claiming plagiarism as the American author currently suing J.K. Rowling, Nancy Stuffer, but unlike her, Ibbotson says she would like to shake her, Rowling by the hand. I think we all borrow from each other as writers. Published works, German language. These translations were published as small books in Switzerland. Der Weihnachtskarpfen, Amihanat in Den Sturmen Standes geschrieben, children's fiction, The Great Ghost Rescue, which The Worm and the Toffee-Nosed Princess, The Haunting of Hiram C. Hopgood. Later, The Haunting of Hiram and The Haunting of Granite Falls, Not Just a Witch, The Secret of Platform 13, Dial a Ghost, Monster Mission. Later, and in the U.S., Island of the Aunts, Journey to the River Sea, The Star of Kazan, The Beasts of Closestone Castle, The Haunting of Hiram, The Dragonfly Pool, The Ogre of Oglefort, One Dog and His Boy, The Abominables, published posthumously, adult and young adult fiction, A Countess Below Stairs. Later, The Secret Countess, Magic Flutes. Later, The Reluctant Heiress, A Glove Shop in Vienna and Other Stories, a collection, A Company of Swans, Madensky Square, The Morning Gift, A Song for Summer, Awards, Best Romantic Novel of the Year published in England, Romantic Novelists Association, 1983, Magic Flutes, Carnegie Medal, Shortlist 1978, which Shortlist 2001, Journey to the River Sea. Shortlist 2005, The Star of Kazan, Best Books Designation, School Library Journal, 1998, The Secret of Platform 13, Nestlé Smarties Book Prize, Shortlist 1998, The Secret of Platform 13, Winner 2001, Ages 9 €11 years, Journey to the River Sea, Silver Medal 2004, 9 €11 years, The Star of Kazan, Whitbread Children's Book of the Year, 2001 Shortlist, Journey to the River Sea, Guardian Children's Fiction Prize, Highly Commended Runner-Up 2001, Journey to the River Sea, Shortlist 2010, The Ogre of Oglefort May 28, 17 Zep, Shortlist 2012, The Abominables, Film and Television. Ibbotson wrote Linda Came Today for television. In 1978, she wrote Der Gruelkopf von Ferdinand und andere Weihnachtsgeschichten for German television. In 2004 Enda Walsh was adapting Island of the Aunts for a feature film. A film adaptation of The Great Ghost Rescue was completed in 2011, directed by the French Yann Samuel. The Haunting of Hiram C. Hopgood was adapted by Gail Gilchrist. The best-selling drama The Morning Gift is being developed as a film. See also, references. External links, Eva Ibbotson at the Internet Speculative Fiction Database, Eva Ibbotson at the Internet Movie Database, Author of the Month, Eva Ibbotson, The Guardian, Penguin Reading Guide, Eva Ibbotson at Fantastic Fiction, Eva Ibbotson at Pan Macmillan, Eva Ibbotson at JRANK, Ibbotson, Ich brauche Klang on Kortikalich's End, a German-language radio interview.